Shalom. Today we're going to be talking about something so common that I'm pretty sure either you have it or somebody in your family have it, or you know somebody that have it, and that is high blood pressure. So first thing is, what is high blood pressure? Well, high blood pressure is whenever you have so much waste inside of your blood from eating a bad diet that the blood becomes very acidic. It actually dehydrates the arteries from eating a lot of salts, eating too much sugar. All of these things, all of these processed things dehydrates the arteries, dehydrates the veins, and it makes the veins and arteries lose its flexibility. And whenever it loses its flexibility, the blood cannot successfully pass through these arteries. So they have to press through these arteries. And that's what they call high blood pressure, because the veins and the arteries lost its flexibility. So now the blood is pushing through to just the flow. So you're having bad circulation. So the top number is representing the adrenal glands. So on this book right here, these are the adrenal glands. If you can see that, this top part is the adrenal glands, and this bottom part is the kidney. So whenever you're looking at your blood pressure, this top number is representing the adrenal glands, and it should be at 120. This is systolic, and this is diastolic. The top number should be around 120. The bottom number should be between 60 and 70. So systolic and diastolic, 120 and 120 through 130, 60 and 70, between 60 and 70 at the bottom. If it's too low, if it's lower than these numbers, you're having hypotension. If it's way higher than this, it's called hypertension, which is also known as high blood pressure. So it's all dealing with your adrenal glands and your kidneys. The adrenal glands is the top part, the kidneys is the bottom part. So I'm going to go into reading a book about high blood pressure, just to give you a little bit more information about it. And it says, high blood pressure, stress, and hypertension are usually caused by a lack of proper nutrition. Improper nutrition weakens the internal organs' immune system and lowers the organ's ability to utilize nutrients, which feed the body. The body begins to starve because of the loss of proper nutrients. This starvation creates a nutritional debt. The nutritionally starved body tries to get more nutrients to pay the debt. Consequently, the body demands more food, nutrients in the blood by drawing on poor, below nutrient level blood. In order to increase the nutrients the body needs, it must get nutrients from the blood. So it increases the quantity of blood by increasing the pressure. The increase in pressure is the body's attempt to feed itself. This increase in pressure is the body's last resort to defend itself against the bodily pollutions, gland disorders, free radicals, kidney weakness, hypertension, overweight, emotional stress, toxemia, deteriorating metabolism, etc., and a junk food diet. An inflexible vascular system is unable to bring pressure down. The pressure gets high and cannot come down to normal. However, the increased blood pressure fails to nourish the body because junk foods, fiberless, enzyme depleted, are depleted of nutrients. This results in hypertension and stress. The blood nutrients can only be supplied by a natural whole foods diet. Additionally, the blood can have an accumulation of waste flowing in it. This waste gets into the veins and arteries, causing them to lose flexibility. The more cellular and chemical waste there is in the blood, the less oxygen and nutrients. The pressure is elevated in order to get more nutrients delivered to starved tissue, but instead brings more waste and less air. This rise in blood pressure demands more nutrients to sustain the high blood pressure. In the blood, thick with waste stresses the heart and causes a nutritional unpaid debt. This is a case of nutritional suicide, as high blood pressure causes high pressure, which in turn causes an extreme nutrient loss called low blood pressure. Subsequently, high and low pressure is caused by disease. The high blood pressure diminishes the ability of the kidneys to filter waste, regulate hormones, aid mineral absorption and cell formation. The kidneys require the temperature and pressure to be normal in order for them to function. The stress reaction does not cause diseases such as heart disease, arterial hypertension, and nervous disorders. Stress reaction triggers the release of adrenaline. However, wild animals have larger adrenal glands than tame domestic animals. Consequently, wild animals produce more adrenaline and are under more stress. They do not have diseases associated with stress, such as high blood pressure, because their diet is raw, whole foods, uncooked foods, and no processed junk foods. It is the junk food diet and immunosuppressive drugs and malnourishment that causes stress. If stress were the cause of diseases rather than nutrient-poor diet, then the black chattel slaves would have died from stress and high blood pressure. It is the nutrient-poor health which is caused by immunosuppressive drugs, which is antibiotics, etc., fiberless food, cooked food, and free radical waste that causes disease reactions of hypertension, stress, etc. So it's your diet that's causing you to have high blood pressure. The minute you actually change your diet and start eating an alkaline diet, that's whenever your all of the waste is going to start cleansing outside of the body, and your blood is going to actually be able to flow properly within inside of your body. But if you keep on eating junk foods, it's called junk food for a reason. Why are you putting it inside your body? Why are you going back and forth to the doctors, listening to them and taking their medications that's not helping you? You've been having it and you've been dealing with it for years upon years. Why are you still listening to these people instead of going against your temptations and actually trying to change your diet and start eating more healthy and adapting a healthier lifestyle so you can actually reverse this condition? It's all about what you're putting inside your body. That's the reason why you got it. That's the reason why you're dealing with high blood pressure. Once you stop eating the bullshit and start actually eating alkaline food, your blood pressure is going to actually go away. So what you have to do, you have to cleanse your adrenal glands, you have to cleanse your kidneys, and you have to cleanse your blood in order to reverse this. But the only way you do that is if you switch your diet. You must switch your diet. There's herbs that actually lower the blood pressure also, but it ain't gonna do much for you if you keep on eating the acidic foods, the foods that do not digest and get out your body the way how it's supposed to, the foods that actually turn into mucus inside your body. You must remove all foods that's turned into acids and mucus inside of your body, because this mucus is going inside of your arteries. It's stiffening up your arteries. Your arteries is losing its flexibility, and the blood cannot flow through it and circulate through it the way how it's supposed to. That's high blood pressure. That's where you're getting your high blood pressure from. You're eating processed sugars that's stripping all of the hydration from the arteries and the veins. It's pulling water out of it, you know. So all of these things is actually going against you. So the minute you actually switch to a whole foods, a living food diet, that's whenever you will start seeing the benefits and seeing this thing go away. You don't have to live with none of this stuff. You don't have to live with high blood pressure. You don't have to live with diabetes. You don't have to live with cancer. You don't have to live with none of this stuff if you just simply switch your diet to a live food diet, alkaline diet, a mucusless diet, taking herbs, you know, which is the true medicine, not pharmaceuticals, actually herbs that God made. That's whenever you start seeing the benefits. That's whenever you start seeing all your problems go away. But until then, you're just going to be going back and forth to the doctor, and one problem going to be leading to the next. And then that's going to be it for you. And you're just trusting in these people to do something for you, but they never did. Everything that you've been going to them for could have been gone with years ago. But you keep trusting in them. For what? You know, it's crazy. You eating junk food, you eating chips, candy, you drinking soda. You know, you eating all this junk food. And then you wonder why you're sick. You wonder why things are starting to shut down. And they got you addicted to it. So a few herbs that actually help out with hypertension or high blood pressure is, this one is a very good one right here. FLOR DE MANITA. FLOR DE MANITA. If I was you, if I was y'all who was ever dealing with high blood pressure, I would get this herb and I would mix it with a few other herbs over here. You can make your own concoction and, you know, drink it every day while switching your diet, and then you'll see your high blood pressure actually go away. This is FLOR DE MANITA. This will definitely lower your blood pressure. Burdock root. Burdock root, and I'm hoping y'all can see this good. Burdock root. It's a very good blood cleanser. So all of this waste that's inside of your blood, all of these this mucus that's inside your blood, you know, all of this stuff can get cleansed out with burdock root, but you must stop putting it back inside your body. Burdock root. Burdock root. Hops. Hops. This is good for tension. So it actually will lower your blood pressure. It's going to relax you also. It's going to relax you, and is going to definitely lower your blood pressure down. This is called hops. It's also good for your nervous system, calming down your nervous system. Like if you because remember that top number, that's your adrenal glands, and your adrenal glands is in control of the autonomic nervous system. So if that number is way too high, you know, that's what this herb is for. It's gonna calm down that nervous system. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna calm it down. It's gonna calm it down. So Hawthorne berries. Hawthorne berries. This is real good for also for tension also. Right here, Hawthorne berries. And matter of fact, let me read something about it real quick. Hawthorne berries. Where is it at? Where is it at? Okay, it says effective forms is extract, tea, capsules, therapeutic profile, a tonifying high bioflavonoid herb for the heart and circulatory system. That's what we're dealing with whenever we're dealing with high blood pressure, the circulatory system, veins, arteries, blood, you know, the circulatory system with vasodilating and heart muscle strengthening activity, effective in reducing high blood pressure and arterial plaque. Primary uses for all cardiac tonic combinations to regulate and strengthen the heart, tone, venous structure, and to provide a definite feeling of well-being through blood pressure and cholesterol reduction. Secondary uses: it strengthens veins and capillary structure, acts as a digestion for better food assimilation, especially meat, which you should not be eating. Stimulates appetite, useful in the treatment of diarrhea and abdominal distension. Take the tea for nervous disorders and insomnia. So these is a good combination of herbs: FLOR DE MANITA, Burdock Root, hops, and Hawthorne Berry. I would get them, boil them as a tea, and take it while eating. I would go on a fruit fast. That's what I would do. Go on a fruit fast. You could actually have a few vegetables too. You don't necessarily have to go all the way fruits, but it's a good way how to cleanse out your body and detox all of the waste out of your body just by going on all fruits. You know, but I know a lot of y'all ain't ready to take on that type of challenge. So eating just combining it with vegetables every now and then, and keep on checking your blood pressure levels while taking these herbs, and I guarantee you that your blood pressure is going to go down. It's going to definitely go down. You just got to stay on the diet. No meat, no dairy, no animal products, none of that. No processed foods, no salt, because salt and sugar, that's going to dehydrate your arteries. You ain't going to get nowhere like that. Don't even use too much salt on your vegetables. And if you do use salt, use sea salt or use Himalayan salt. That's the only tool that you should be using, and don't use a lot of it. Do not use a lot of it. And a more safer approach would be to use kelp or dulse. These are sea vegetables, and kelp, by the way, actually also is another good one for reducing the blood pressure levels. So, and it actually have a salty, savory taste to it. So that'll be something good to replace salt. You know, so these are some good herbs to combine and make teas and drink with it. But once again, I'm gonna go through this one more time. The top number is the adrenal glands. So whenever you're looking at your blood pressure, if this top number is super high, it's something going on with this. It's your adrenal glands. That's what that top number is representing, the adrenal glands. That bottom number should be at 60 to 70. That's your kidneys. If it's too low, that means that you're having some type of low functioning kidneys. If it's too high, that means that you're having high hypertension, high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? So you want these numbers to be balanced. So it should be 120 to 130 and 60 to 70. That's what it's supposed to be reading at as the normal ranges. So that's what you want to be looking for. So that's that with high blood pressure. If y'all have any questions, get at me. Peace.